All right. So today I'm with Kevin Wilkinson, who is one of our one of our preferred advisors at Retirement Solutions Group, and he also is his own practice, and he's here for a one-on-one interview so that we can tell the world about how awesome Kevin is. Kevin, tell our audience about who you are and your practice, and like how long you've been in business. Tell me all about it.
So Kevin Wilkinson, I'm out of Northeast Oklahoma, Northwest Arkansas, right here in the Ozark Mountains. Love it here, home, Northwest Arkansas, home to Walmart home offices and Tyson Foods and JB Hunt Transportation. So it's really had a great impact in this area. I've been in the industry for several years. I got into it. I was in ministry before and really saw the impact you can help with. You can help families. If you're helping families with their money, you're helping the whole family. To be able to stay together and to be able to achieve the goals that they both have, the reason they started that. And so being able to continue that to their kids and all that. So, yep, I've been doing that for quite a while. And so that's.
So we generically at Retirement Solutions Group, we refer to our preferred partners as, financial advisors, just generically. What is your specific title that you typically go with on your business card?
Financial advisor. Yeah, that's what I have. So, and typically, yeah, like I said, we work with people as far as like being able to help them to see where they are, see where they want to go, and then how the best strategy to get them there. So, and it's different for everyone. It's not the same mold for each family or each business. And able to mitigate taxes or getting their home paid off. Usually that's their biggest asset. Making sure that they're properly protected in every way to where the enemies of wealth, right? They don't that they're protected against those things. So.
Tell me about, so your previous career was in ministry, and so you obviously carry that into your financial advisor career. Tell me about the things that maybe this is one of the things that make you stand out in the marketplace as an advisor. So what specifically about the way you build your book of business does the ministry part of you play?
So with me is, that is probably the second most value that the family would have outside of their relationship with God is, they're stewarding the finances they've been given. And then, the main verse for me is Proverbs 13:22. It says, "A righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children's children," and then helping them to navigate, their what they've got going on as far as their day to day, and being able to create a legacy for their kids, but not only that, but be able to impact their grandkids, with their lives. And so my thought is they're being able to make their ceiling their children's floor, to where they have a great foundation to start off on, where maybe the parents didn't have that, or the business owners didn't have that, but they're able to pass that to the next generation. So, family finances and future. That's to sum it up. That's where that they can not only have an impact for themselves right now, but they can have a lasting impact for generations to come. So.
That's awesome. On Sunday just happened to be a lesson, a part of the sermon on Sunday that I saw. Um, it was just a small segment of it. It was about generational curses, and we're going through the book of Nehemiah,
Yeah.
and he was talking about how Nehemiah was having to deal with the sins of Israel in the past, and in the movement of God, like they've gone hundreds of years, and he was able to build the wall in, I don't remember what it is, 40, 60 days, somewhere in there.
Right.
Um, but it took only one man, this case Nehemiah, to stand up and take on the generational curses or the sins of previous generations that weren't even on him, but they were on him because of the past. And so I love what you're saying about, somebody that your client is probably someone who who would resonate with that, who would want to take a stand and say, hey, maybe our family's been in poverty, or maybe it hasn't been where we want as far as leaving a legacy or contribution to society or community. And we're going to make a stand. And I love your
Yeah.
word. Make our ceiling our next generation's floor.
Right. Right.
Any more comment on that?
Yeah. And Nehemiah, that's one of my favorites. They built the wall in record time. But then you think about it, the city was in ruins. I mean, the first thing he did was built the wall, his protection. Each man had to build in front of his own home. So if there was going to be a weak link, it wasn't going to be in front of my home, right? So they were with the task of they were working night and day, but that was a protection. To me, they were protecting against their enemies as they built the city, but uh, oftentimes people forget. They tried to build the city and then build the protection. It's like the protection was first. So protecting from what enemies that we have is live too long, die too soon, or you get sick, right? You run out of money too fast, or you don't have enough saved up, and then taking to knowing when you can retire and when's the right time, how much money can you expect to come at that point, and then the roadmap to build to get to that point, to where you can, and then how to effectively pass it on to the next generation. Not only the finances, but the way to handle the finances, because you don't want to endow them with a bunch of money and then it's gone. So right. But building the value systems that you have and passing those on. So.
Love it. I've written down the question before you kind of started talking about it anyways, but like, who is your favorite kind of client to work with? So if somebody's listening to the podcast or happens to, see this wherever, YouTube or Facebook or wherever it ends up, and they catch you and they would self-identify with, oh, okay, I'm the perfect client that Kevin's looking for. And, obviously they might self-identify that Kevin's the perfect advisor for what I'm looking for. There's probably a match in heaven there, right? So, but besides, you've alluded to, people that are legacy minded, people that are you wanting to be good stewards, that are thinking about protection and wealth building and want to avoid the enemies of wealth. So all those are some things you said. Do you want to add on to anything like that? If you were to call out that person who might self-identify with the perfect person for you, what do they look like, and what are the things
to me that is someone that has the next generation in mind, that they they're whether you're in a business or you're probably more of the entrepreneur or business owner, that that they, or even not, just someone that has a quality of life that they like, that they enjoy, but they are interested in leaving that to their kids and their grandkids, and making an impact in that. That's me. I kind of look at people that you can get to your destination on a motorcycle, a car, or you can take an RV. or a bus. So it's like, how many people, where are you going? And then how many people are you taking with you? Are you going by yourself? You have no interest in helping the next generation. That's a motorcycle. If you're wanting to take your kids along, you need a car, an SUV. So, and if you're wanting the grandkids, then you're going to need a little bit bigger vehicle. So, what is your strategy there? I really not a good fit for the people on the motorcycle. That's not my bailiwick. That's not me. If you're in a car, if you're wanting a bigger vehicle, then that would be me. Because that's everybody has their own values and their own beliefs. But that's my belief, is that we're here to steward. We've been given our talents, and then we're able to multiply those talents and then leave a lasting impact that lasts. And that's, I guess it would be really, if you're more about family, then that's me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Last question. So obviously, if somebody resonates with that, legacy minded, and they're thinking, okay, I see a core value alignment here. I want to work with this guy. But there are maybe some other advisors out there that, I could find a guy like that at church or in my community. Like what would be at least one thing that, kind of stands out about you and your approach and maybe your frameworks? I'm not sure like all the stuff you keep in your briefcase, but what's one thing that makes you different and stand out from the crowd?
Um, I believe that, I take the time to listen to people. I'm not trying to push products or anything like that. As I listen to them, I take it, from what they want to do, where are they at, what can they achieve now? Where do they want to go? And then, as far as their risk tolerances, their specific situation, and how to get them there, enjoying their life at the same time. That's what we do, is we get innovative with what's the possibilities, and then see what we can do to make that happen. So I think some of the chains seem to put people in the certain types of products, and they have a you know they have a not a cookie cutter, but kind of they have a mold,
Kind of
I guess,
prescriptive,
that
yeah.
they have a prescription preset for everybody comes in and gets
Mm-hmm.
this. And so
Mm-hmm.
I try to think of it more as, each person's different. Each person is a puzzle piece, to where that they get something that fits them. It fits their personality. It fits where they're at, and fits what they're trying to achieve.
Mm. Metaphorically, I'm thinking about, I've seen it in the movies. I've never experienced it myself, but where you go and get that custom tailored suit, and it's like
Yes,
from each strip of cloth, like they're putting it on you. Versus,
exactly.
what I usually do. I usually get the cookie cutter
Right.
somewhere off the rack and hope it fits.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good
But
one.
nothing looks as good, Scott, as a tailored suit. I mean,
Yeah, have you experienced that? I haven't been able
no,
to.
I have not. My son is he's, I tell him he does really well, but I tell him you would spend every dollar you had on fashion. But he looks it too. He looks like a million.
Nice,
So, but yeah, he gets his
nice.
suits tailored, and he's got the the body and everything to go with it. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, my son also, like, I look at his chiseled abs. I'm like, oh, I've never had those, but you can always
Right.
dream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have experienced the cookie cutter financial products too. So it's like it seems like no matter what I say or what I do, I know I'm going to get you know, the variable universal life or whatever it is. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
that's all you sell for everybody. Where it sounds like for you, it's like I'm going to listen to what you really need based
Yeah.
on what you are, where you want to go and where you're at, and
Yeah.
find the right product for your situation tailored to you. So I like it. Well, I I thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate you. And you're a
Yeah.
part of our preferred advisors at Retirement Solutions Group. You've been in the business for a while and you've been with us for less than that. And so I
Right.
appreciate that you have lended your expertise to our group of preferred advisors. And if you're listening to this podcast and you are either a pre-retiree or newly retired, go to well, hang on. Let me get the right URL, masterretirement.today, and you can get our Mastering Retirement workbook and book. It'll help you answer a bunch of questions you might have. It's a $154 value for just $27, and you can get that. We'll ship it to your door, and then if you have questions beyond that, you might be lucky enough to be introduced to Kevin. And also, if you are a financial advisor and you want to be considered a part of our team and do the application process for that, you can go to funnelflow.financial and connect with us there. But Kevin, thanks so much for being a part of the Retirement Solutions Group podcast and part of our team. I appreciate your time. Final word?
Yeah. I appreciate you having me on, and I really enjoy your team, and you guys bring a lot of value, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kevin.